75% of these guys get 1-year deals.
It's crazy.
Just you know what? We know you're a top 10 guy, but we just want 1 year. Like
1 year. Yeah.
And it's like nuts. Like
We know you're a top 10 guy, but prove it. Prove it again.
Yeah, like it's just you would think like a guy like JB or Christian or whatever. Maybe they're not going to win the championship, but they are going to be in the top 10. They're going to represent your brand well. They speak great. They're good with the media. They have a fan base, right? What's going to change in 2 or 3 years, guys? You know what I mean? Like what's going to change besides giving him a little bit of security to, especially if the guy's older, you know that he's going to work hard and do the work. It's not some 21-year-old kid that's going to, just get a bunch of hookers and blow.
J-Law himself.
Yeah. Like why just the 1 year? Like that's what I don't understand about some of our teams in our sport,
Yeah, it's hard to because it's a race to the bottom because there's always somebody that'll come and undercut you. Someone that'll come ride for less or for a shorter contract.
If you're Joey Savacci, who's done a ton of good with no money, you're like, I'll take 1 year, $150K. Thank you. Yep. And that's like $1 million. Or
look at Colt or Justin Cooper. These are champions.
Yeah.
And they're in limbo.
Yeah. Yep.
This is something for you. So our fan base, if you're a 5 to 7 guy, you suck. Like that guy sucks, right?
Yeah, it's
you suck, dude. Like Christian, you suck. You're getting 11th, 10th.
Did you get that this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Washed up.
Washed up?
Yeah. Old. Too old.
Do the manufacturers, are they similar? Or are they more like, hey, we understand what it's all about?
Well, I think it depends on what you're being paid. Are you being paid to win, or are you being paid to be a 5 to 7 guy?
Okay.
Right. Like if you're signing deals like Jet Lawrence or Chase Sexton, and then you're out getting 5th to 7th, they're not going to be happy. But if they sign somebody with expectation that they're a 5 to 7 guy with upside, and then you become a 5 to 7 guy with upside, then they're okay with that.
So like
somebody's got to get fifth.
I do feel at the factory level, they're much more reasonable about everything. Like, Adam Cianciarulo would be without a ride if the factories acted like the internet message boards, right? Like they see it. He's a good kid. He's working hard. He's had some bad luck. He's a Cowie guy. Like they see it.
But there's also there's like a small group of guys that everything lines up. They can win, right? And you put Adam in that. You put Christian in that. And so the risk is not. I don't know if it's a risk, but they're willing to bet a little bit extra on them because they know that if things go well, they can get the job done.
It does the attitude in our sport. Like in NASCAR or whatever, if you're just an 8th place driver, that's cool, man. Like you got a good fan base.
Same thing,
people love you. You're 8th place guy. Maybe you're gonna do better.
Changing a little bit though with the social media stuff, like with his YouTube channel and how much it's growing, and Adam did some YouTube stuff. Like people get behind the riders more than what place they get. They like them as people.
There's more fucking vloggers in the pits than like anything else. Everybody's got a camera guy.
When do you get
I know. I'm working on getting a vlog guy.
Where's Marks?
Jagger can do it.
Do you think our sport will ever be able to get to where a 12th place guy makes a living?
No.
Never. You see that?
Well, I think they're 12th place
like
now.
With the SMX thing.
What's your definition of living?
100K.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
this is gonna be kind of mean, but he was an 11th place guy the first few rounds.
Yeah, but he's elite. I'm talking about like a true like Kevin Moran's type of guy without the vlogs and the YouTubes, like just based on results. Like
the SMX thing is big, right? If you can get into that, like I think Wygant told me like last place in the SMX points is like 25K.
Right.
So you make 25K and then you've made
half a year's salary.
Yeah, and then you make say another 30K in Supercross and Motocross, and now you got about like you're a 100K guy, Yeah. But then again, you are paying to go race too. You're paying entry fee. You're paying all that, if you're that kind of guy.
How do you feel about riders or letting the fans know how much riders make?
I think it comes down to the individual, right? Like some people, it's their private business and they don't want to know. But other people might not care as much, and they might be happy to talk about it. People obviously already know what they're going to get for what place they get because that's all public information. I almost think it's more the teams that don't want the information out there.
Is that in a contract where you can't discuss how much you make? It is.
It is.
I wonder why.
Everybody discusses it, but I know the riders all talk amongst themselves for friends. But
so there is a clause in there that says, hey, if you go on something like this, you cannot say what you make, what we give you. I'll be damned. Why is it like that in our sport?
Well, you got to remember the other sports are unions, right? So stick and ball sports are unions, and the unions they sign up and they want the salaries to get out there because it helps everybody. Because if you're beating Christian Craig and you know what he makes, you can make more money. In our sport, everyone wants to keep it down. No one wants to publicize that, A, out of embarrassment for some guys, and B, out of the competition. Like why we don't want those sport salaries getting out, The other stuffs are unions. So unions and you collectively bargain. You trade off.
So I was listening to Adam's podcast on the way here, and he would be like, "Hey, I wish it was more like that because I would be open to talk about it." Would
Yeah.
you be open to talk about it if it was
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked about what I was paid when I first started.
Yeah.
It was nothing. So
Right.
it's pretty crazy, some contracts, but
Yeah, you're 400K a year, 500K a year, I would think.
He's
he's
fishing.
staring at
Don't let him
I
fish.
know
He's
he is.
fishing.
No,
Yeah.
what? That's what I'm guessing.
Don't let him fish.
500. Yeah.
Talk to me when you talk money. Don't talk to him.
Yeah, 500. I mean, he's a 500K guy, I would think.
Whatever
What do you
you
think
think
I'm
he
worth?
is, that's what he is.
What?
what do you think I'm worth?
That's a better
Well,
question.
that's
Like, if you're a
well,
team, if you had to hire me, like, what would you offer me?
Yeah, if I would pay you 300 to 400 in salary, and then you're 150 in gear, like head to toe.
And then bonuses are
Yeah, and bonuses on
Yeah.
top of that, all that.
Yeah.
And then like a little bit of goggle money. Oh no, I guess you are head to toe everything with Fox. Yeah, so you're everything. Am I right? Am I in the ballpark? I'm in the ballpark, right?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Can I just be in the ballpark?
No, you can't.
I can't even be in the ballpark.
No, you can't
okay.
step in the
Okay,
fucking place.
JT. All right. Okay, JT.
Yeah, you
all
can't
right.
do.
I can't be in the ballpark. But that's what I would think. Christian's a mid-tier guy in the 450
Mid-tier,
class.
he's going to win the championship next
Okay.
year.
All right. Good job, agent guy.
Did you not hear me?
Let me ask
the
you-
live show at A1.
Here's a better question. You go another 4 to 5 years in the sport, and you have a similar contracts like you do now. Are you good enough to retire? Can you be done and not have a job?
No.
You need a job.
Yeah.
That's so gnarly to me. Like that's insane.
What I don't get is like Ricky is just grinding away every week. Like, dude, I know he went through a divorce. I get it, but dude, he's got to have so much money in the bank, and he's grinding. So I think these guys want to work.
I'm gonna work till I'm dead.
Okay, all right.
I think you're hidden, like, you're pretty well off.
No, I'm working till I'm dead. Because I look
He's-
at these
no,
guys. If
he's
these
well off.
I
guys,
think he's well
No,
off.
he is.
these guys
He
have
hides
to
it, though.
work.
No, he is. He's
Oh
he's
my
got
He lives in the high desert.
Right.
His house is
What do
probably
you-
like 50 grand.
What do you want from me? I'm in the high des. How's that even doing well?
well, for one,
He's high des rich.
You're high des rich. Your house is 50K.
HDR.
Your house is 50K. Like, you're fine.
Dude, I'm just saying, I'm scared for myself if these guys, Travis Preston, did really well in the sport, and he's working at Yamaha, dude.
No, Travis has a bunch of money. He told
He
me.
does,
in
but I
retirement.
asked him,
Like,
I go, can you chill for the rest of your life? He's like, no, man. I got to work until I'm at least 50, and then I can back it down.
right.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm out of here soon. So I've been squirreling away money like acorns.
You're Vegas rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes a bit more than high des to be
yeah.
Vegas rich.
Yeah. You got to go? You got to
I
run?
got a couple minutes. So I got to run like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's cool to see you transitioning into the next phase of your life. How many moto guys do you have? Just
Christian.
Do you want more? Are you trying to get more? Like,
Yeah, but for me, it's more like I want to work with the right people.
Yep.
Right, people that I enjoy and that I'm passionate about and that I want to see succeed and I want
Yep.
to stay up until midnight reading 35-page contracts and things like that
Yep.
versus, just a quick money grab.
And how
Amateurs?
Huh?
Any amateurs?
In moto?
Yeah.
Nope. I got a few BMXers, a few mountain bikers, and Christian.
How much do you? I think like look. I like money like everybody, so this is difficult to say. But if I was an agent, I do think I would have a 250 guy and a 450 guy. I wouldn't want 4 250 guys or 3 and all fighting for the same ride. And
For sure.
like if you talk to the agents that do, they'll say, "Hey man, I don't push these. The teams tell me who they want to talk to," and I get that, but I still.
But then the riders become it's hard not to become emotional about it, and then you don't
Absolutely.
feel like your guy is out there fighting for you,
Yep.
right? You want to. I've been on the other side. I had an agent, so I want to know that he is out there fighting for me
Yeah.
and no one else,
Yeah.
right? And so ideally it'd be great to have a 450 guy, a 250 guy, and an amateur guy, and then everybody's at different kind of trajectories and points in their career, and nobody's worried about anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, could you imagine if I was repping Colt Nichols and Christian at the same time?
Yeah.
Looking at the same exact ride.
Yep. Yeah. No, I know. That's what I mean.
How can I look him in the eye and say, like, I'm doing everything for you. I'm trying so hard.
When I've brought that up to other agents, they're like, "No, man, the teams tell me they want Christian." I'm like, yeah, but do they?
Yeah, but then
I
here's
mean-
what you got to remember, too, and this is going back to what you were saying before. The teams want him at a certain point. There's always a certain point where if you push too hard and you keep going to a certain number, that they'll take this guy at a lower price versus this guy at a higher price. There's always that back and forth where the money becomes worth it to the team or not.
Yeah, I do feel like in our sport, again, with salaries not being public and with kind of the rides being so scarce, factories are just like, "Hey, man, This is what we got. Like, if you don't want it, there's another guy behind
Correct.
you.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
there's another dude who will. If you're slightly better than him, cool, but you're not that much better than him, and we'll just take that guy. Which, I guess that's the nature of business.
And I think also too, and you'll know about this, as time goes on, I feel like factories, manufacturers want to work with guys maybe that aren't winning but are easy to deal with.
Certainly.
Not a nightmare
Yeah.
to deal with.
Oh yeah.
Right?
No, for sure.
That's been the hardest thing selling Christian is everybody just knows he's such a prima donna.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge dick. Yeah. Huge asshole. That's the word in the
We
pits.
would sign him, but
Yeah.
he's just so needy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Gosh.
I think about like your career and you had some fill-in rides. You've been injured a few times. You probably got rides maybe that, not that you didn't deserve, but like other guys would have passed you, but they just like, it's coming. It's coming with
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've been rewarded a little bit, right? The Geico team was a little bit.
And TLD
And then-
early on,
Yep.
they held on to me
Yep.
for longer than probably.
They should have, yeah.
Yeah.
Or many teams would have or whatever, yeah.
And then Geico obviously stayed behind me through the whole, WADA thing.
Yep.
And then Star, obviously, like I did well at Star, so
Yeah.
I feel like I earned another year there.
Yep.
So-
Yeah, no, I agree. But a few times in some teams, if you weren't a nice guy,
Yeah,
they would have just see you
Right.
later.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
I feel like if I show up and do the right stuff for the team and, be there when they need the signings or anything like that, I'm
Yeah.
not going to make it a hassle. Like, if you need me to go do an hour signing, I'm going to show up.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what you need from me,
Yeah.
like, I'm going to
No, and I think like going back to like Porcel, who I didn't get along with, but like he made everything so fucking difficult that when his 450 time came up,
It was like, fuck this.
yeah, it's just like, dude, you're good, but
Right.
you're just a pain in the ass. You're never happy with the bike. We can't get you to do anything.
You're going
We
to
can't-
sell us motorcycles?
We can't get you to practice. We can't get you to show up. We can't get you to, and they're just like, we're busy, man. So there is
What
some
do
of
you
that.
mean?
It was interesting. Going back to your conversation with RJ too.
Yeah.
Kind of what you were just talking about him with teams holding on, and then ended up getting better and better and
Yeah.
better. I was listening to you when you're interviewing RJ talking about that and how the team rewarded him and how he's kind of finally stepping into his own. It almost reminds me of Christian a little bit. Like he showed. Obviously, he didn't have the injury and all that stuff, but now he's finally kind of stepping into himself at an older age.
Yeah. Oh, I think Will Hahn's another example. Like Will would have been let go from a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Geico was like, good dude, tries hard, it's coming together. They got a title out of him.
You know what's
you know
awesome
what I mean?
about this show? Is I feel like Christian isn't here. We've been talking about Christian like he's not even here.
I know I'm like third.
It's
third
great.
person.
He's writing shit. He's like, I'm not here. Just guys talk about me. It's fine.
All right, coming up with Rider D next.
right.
Thanks for dropping in, Connor. Really
All good.
appreciate it.
Good seeing you, brother.
You too, my man.
Good luck with everything, man.
Yeah.
And go.
I'll talk to you on Wednesday. We have a business meeting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We doing that?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Shit. Okay,
It's
I
on
got
the
it in my
show.
calendar, but I forgot.
You gonna leave me hanging on camera?
Yeah.
He's retiring.
That's Connor Fields, everybody. Olympic gold medal hero, and unfortunately a Golden Knights fan
Down there.